Hey, what is going on, tribe? So this is just going to be a little quick video, yeah, about karmics, because they're kind of, in a way, they can be hard to spot out and shit. So karmic energy there's lessons to be learned in karmic situations. So a karmic can manifest as, it can be a partner, it can be a boss, it could be a family member. So these times, if you feel like, let me just use family member for an example. If you feel like more time, this is more directed at like the conscious one, because there's always like a black sheep in the family, and then the black sheep, well, light workers, and if you're conscious, more time you will be brought into a family that's a bit like unstable, should I say. But there's lessons to be learned in that for your personal journey. But also, once you are born into a family that might be a bit unstable or whatever, it doesn't always have to happen, but in some cases you can, that you're a karmic relationship or a karmic person, karmic partner relationship can be also manifest as well in that same family. Like I was saying before, karmics don't have to be just relationships, like a romantic relationship. They can be a boss or a family member. So if you feel that you've got this certain family member that literally is digging you out always, you can't do anything right, even if they're just never happy for you, no matter what you're doing, even if you're trying, like they basically want to see you, when you're down, they want to be there for you, but when you're up, you won't hear from them. That's a karmic relationship. That's a karmic family member. And romantic karmic relationship. So you may be going out with someone and they may trigger your all your shadow side, all your negative side. So say for instance, this also happens with the empath and narcissistic relationship. So being an empath or a light worker, starseed healer, because we got a lot of light and a lot of love to give, and we're open-hearted, we tend to attract the complete opposite. So narcissists are our complete opposite. So they'll be closed-hearted, always thinking about the self instead of everyone else, and certain stuff and certain things like that. Don't get me wrong, karmic relationships can be very fun. Like if they're triggering your, should I say, shadow side. So if you want to go out partying, if you want to go out drinking, if you want to have one night stands and stuff, you can also have karmic friends as well. So if you've got a friend that's always like, oh yeah, let's do this, let's go out, do this, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing, but on a low vibrational thing, we'll call it. So if they always want to be out clubbing, always out drinking, always want to do stuff that is actually damaging of low vibration, they're more of a karmic friend, should I say, because a karmic can form in any, there's many ways a karmic can be formed. So like I was saying, a boss can be karmic. So if you think your boss is just daggering you can't do nothing right, that's more like a karmic relationship with your boss. Like I was saying, you can have karmic relationships with family members. So if you feel that you got a certain family member that's just digging at you, even if you're trying your best, even when you achieve something, they're still giving you daggers, they're still never happy for you. That's a karmic family member. If you got a friend that's always giving you shit advice, don't want to see you happy, always not triggering you, more fueling your shadow side, your negative traits. So going out partying, drinking, just giving you bad advice in general, because like a real friend will tell you if you're fucking up, if you're on the wrong path. A true genuine friend will say, look, you need to reel it in or sort it out, because you're going down a different path. But karmics won't do that. They'll keep telling you to carry on the path that you're on. So say for instance, I don't know, if you're seeing someone and you're seeing someone else or whatever, or someone's taking a liking interest in you, the karmic will tell you to entertain both of them, if that makes sense. Instead of telling one how you feel, the karmic friend, yeah, let's just go with friend, the karmic friend will tell you to entertain both of them, because that's more damaging to you, if that makes sense. And in their eyes, they ain't doing anything wrong, but you're going to be basically intertwining two different energies, if that makes sense. If something doesn't sit right with you, you should just end that, yeah? But a karmic won't tell you to end that. A karmic will tell you to keep entertaining it. So what is that? The friends, family members, friends, and bosses, and relationships. Yeah, there's 4 types of karmics that I've come across. Not from my experience, but just from talking to different people and stuff. And with the karmic situations, they are life lessons. They are lessons to be learned in the karmic cycle, the karmic relationship. There are lessons to be learned in it. And once you learn that lesson, it's time to then end that relationship and move on. With family members, it's a bit difficult because you're family, so the best advice I would say for that is having to distance yourself from them, because karmic what's the word, karmic people, or karmic that karmic kind of energy, yeah, they're, what's the word I'm looking for, they in a way will somewhat never be happy, because they're turning everything external. Everyone else is to blame. They're not owning their part in a situation. Say for instance, in a relationship, the other person done me wrong, but you also had a part to play in it. That's more of the karmic energy. Everyone else is to blame. They're not blaming themselves, and they're more come across narcissistic energy. In somewhat, it's best to kind of limit your time and energy that you can give to the karmic, whether it's your family member or your boss, because they're just going to drain off your energy. Like I was saying, light attracts moths, and they're going to be attracted to your energy because they haven't got an energy source. So they're going to be trying to drain off your energy, should I say. So like I was saying before, with his family members, yeah, you just got to try to distance yourself as much as possible, yeah, and just have your boundaries, because as empaths and healers, we tend to have shit boundaries. So having and not, like, for being a healer, we like to give a lot, yeah, we're giving in nature, and we come from more of our heart center, whereas narcissists, they're takers, and their heart chakra is closed off and blocked. So if you're an empath, you're going to be giving, and the narcissist energy is going to be taking. So they're going to be draining you, should I say. It's very hard. To, but you got to kind of, once you start noticing the patterns and start understanding how the karmic relationship works, then you can start taking steps towards to fixing it. Because when I was in my karmic situations or karmic cycles or whatever, it took me ages to really understand what was actually going on. And then into that also, you can create soul ties, which are very hard to break as well. So if you're dealing with what's the word, if you're dealing with a karmic and you have a soul tie, so you have to end the karmic cycle, plus you have to break the soul tie. So there is a lot going on there. Yeah, it's about, for the empaths, this is more aimed at the empaths, healers and light workers, this video. It's about having clear boundaries. I think with the karmic cycles, it's about having clear boundaries. There are lessons to be learned in the karmic cycle, in karmic situations, and the karmic cycle needs to come to an end. If you want to progress in your journey, you need to identify the karmic and the karmic cycle, and then make an end to that and take steps to moving forward. Because in karmic situations, if you're not doing any healing, let me use an example. If you've got a karmic lesson that you need to be learned with one partner, for instance, and you haven't learned that lesson, once you break up, if you haven't been doing any healing, when you get into a next relationship, that partner will manifest as the same karmic lesson, just to let you guys know. So you know when for people that jump from relationship to relationship and don't do no healing, and they always end up in a shit relationship or nothing ever works for them, it's because they ain't doing any healing and they haven't learned their karmic lesson yet. And the lessons, if you're not learning the lesson will keep repeating till it's learned. Some people can spend a whole lifetime on a certain lesson, and some lessons kind of suck. So say for instance you have to be forgiving to a certain person. That being forgiven to the ego is could be scary to the ego, or I don't want to be unforgiving, but that's blocking your blessings coming in, and that means you're closing down your heart chakra from not being forgiving, should I say. But yeah, that was just a little video about karmics, because yeah, a lot of people right now, energy wise, like if you're on your path and doing your thing, you're going to be getting attacked by the shadow side right about now, because like I was saying, there's the split between the 3D and 5D, and yeah, people are going to start acting very weird and they're not going to know why they're acting in a certain way. So if you feel like you're getting attacked by people for no apparent reason, it's because they're acting out on their shadow self, and because like I was saying, the realities are splitting. Yeah, the realities are splitting, so people are not going to know where they stand energetically wise, because the third dimension is no longer going to exist, and if you're not doing the inner work and you're choosing not to change, it's going to start becoming very uncomfortable for you. If you're trying to stay in the same cycles and not grow and expand and staying in your comfort zone. Also, we may have a lot of souls exiting the planet from choosing not to level up and change. From what I've heard, and the people that don't want to level up and change, they're going to be going to a different dimension where they can level up and change at their pace. But where we're at currently, you're being forced to level up and upgrade, because Mother Earth is upgrading, the energy is rising, the frequency is increasing. So if you're not doing the inner work, or somewhat, things are going to start becoming very uncomfortable for you. A lot of karmic lessons are going to be coming up, a lot of karmic cycles are going to be coming up, a lot of emotional and mental stuff is going to be coming up to be healed, cleansed and released as well, just to let you guys know. So I would recommend just eliminating what no longer serves you. So whether it's clearing out people that you no longer talk to on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApps, deleting numbers, clearing out your home of old energy, limiting your time with certain people and stuff, I would recommend that, because I was doing it a few weeks ago, just to keep my energy like to myself, because yeah, like I was saying, man, there's a lot of moths and there's a lot of parasites and leeches right now, and they haven't got the same energy source as we do. We get our energy source from source. They have to suck their energy source from people, places and things. So that's like, for instance, the narcissist and empath relationship. The narcissist gets their power and energy source from the empath, because the empath gets their energy source from the source. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just be mindful and just pay attention, and have a look out, because like even yesterday, it's funny enough, maybe I'm just on a karmic thing at the moment. I done a reading yesterday, a tarot reading, and it was a karmic reading. So I think maybe karmic is the topic at the moment, but I thought I'd just cover that for people that don't know, because yeah, a lot of people, if you're just becoming more conscious and waking up, you may find, look round and the world may be totally different to you, and things may no longer resonate. People, places and things, like people that you used to hang out with, things that you used to like doing, going raving, being a bit reckless with your sexual energy, you start questioning it and start looking for a deeper meaning in life. That's what the current energies kind of are when you start waking up and becoming more conscious anyway. But yeah guys, that was just a little video about karmics and karmic cycles, because a lot of people are going to be experiencing them of now till the full shift happens. Now we're shifting energy wise, but yeah, we're shifting energy wise, but it comes in waves, and it's going to keep waving on until there's a mass conscious, the masses wake up. So things are going to keep shaking your reality until you, forcing you to wake up, should I say, through tower moments, things shocking you. You could have injuries, things that are going to come out of the blue to force you to wake up. And if you're still not getting the signs and lessons, things are still they're going to get way harder. Just to let you guys know anyway, because I'm trying to do be of service and do my little bit for the community, because I love all you guys anyway. But peace, love and light, tribe, and I'm going to hit you up real soon. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure to do some cord cutting. Check out YouTube, do some cord cutting to sever any energy cords attached to people that no longer serve you, because even if you're not interacting with them, they're still going to be sucking on your energy. So like, say for instance, your kid's mum or dad's, your kid's parent, you're going to always have a connection with them, but the energy cord doesn't need to be so strong if you're no longer seeing them. And sexual partners as well. The more sexual partners you have, the more clearing you need to do. And what else is it? And also sage yourself down. I know some people like to use Palo Santo, but I would recommend white sage. White sage is like spiritual bleach, so it will clear out any energies that are no longer there, and then you can use Palo Santo to then calm the energy. But peace, love and light, tribe, and I'm going to hit you guys up real soon.